Hey, how's it going, guys? Your friend Jim here with another video. This video is going to be a real quick video. I just want to share this with you in case you guys want to do this to your Montero. So my Montero, it's got low tire pressure. One tire is way lower than the other ones, but they're all a little bit on the low side. We did go on vacation, so the Montero's been sitting there for a couple weeks, and come back this morning. I took my kid to school and I noticed that one wheel was really low. So I'll show you how I have my setup, because I do have the built-in air compressor, which makes it really simple to reinflate your tires on your Montero. I do have the compressor here on the garage, but I'll show you guys how I do it on the Montero itself. All right, so check it out. I'll turn the camera around. There she is. I already have the hood open, and as you can see, there's the ARB compressor right there. And I do have a video on my channel where I show you how I built the bracket and how I put the bracket, how I built the bracket and how I bolted it down here. And this it's probably been about 3 years, and it's worked very, very well for this compressor. And so if we go back here, I do have the hoses. So I have this storage rack that I got from Luso Overland, and I keep this rigid box that I just kind of zip tied down there on all four corners, and it makes it really sturdy and a great place to keep your tools and stuff. So in here I do have the hose and the nozzle. I got some other emergency stuff down here, some tools, jumper cables and things like that. So anyway, let me show you how this is gonna happen. So go to the front here, and as you know, a lot of times I use my tailgate on my Chevy truck as a workbench. So we have this hose right here, and I'm only working with one hand, so kind of bear with me here. So put that in there, and I like to install the nozzle before it's pressurized, because once you have pressure in there, it's a little more difficult to install. So there. So now that's installed. There's the nozzle. It's installed to the compressor. This little valve has to be closed. If it's perpendicular to the pipe, it's closed. If it's parallel to the pipe, well, it can't go all the way parallel because it's touching this thing, but even that's enough to open the passage here. So you don't want to open it. You want to keep it closed. Now you can start it with it open, just in case if there's any moisture in there, it'll push it out and then come over here and close it. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll show you here. So you want to do this with the engine running, because it does consume quite a bit of power. So I have the keys right here. Start the engine, and then I do have the switch that I installed right here. So you hear it running over there. It's running. It's going to keep on running because the little valve is open. So now it's built up pressure, and I can use this thing. So this wheel, we'll start with this wheel here, this tire. So, and this has that little locking mechanism. So you put it in there, push it, put it in, and then you let it go. Sometimes you have to hold it there, so it kind of grabs on, and then actually turn this on. We're out of batteries on this thing. Okay, take a little pause. We're out of battery on the little nozzle there, and it tells you the pressure on there, so it makes it very convenient. So let me get some batteries on this thing. Hopefully I have some, and then we'll come back. All right, guys, so we got new batteries on the display here on the nozzle. And one thing that I did is basically this thing, as I said, it's got this little locking mechanism. So when you put it on, you start this way, put it in, and then you screw it, you turn it, because that little lock will kind of help it screw in a little bit more, and then it'll give you just a better seal. So you turn and you lock it like that. Now we have, oh wait, let me start the engine, duh. Hang on. All right. So you don't have to start the engine, but obviously it'll consume your battery voltage if you don't. I'm gonna put you down right here. We're gonna go 30 psi on each one. There we go. 30.5 is fine. So we just repeat the process on every wheel, especially this bad boy. So that one was very low. It's tangled up a little bit. As you can see, I'm only using one hand. So this one's pretty low too. So basically repeat the process. So I'm leaving them at 30.5. So it should be good. Let me just do the last one. And the spare, you always want to make sure your spare tire is at spec. Spare tire, basically the same operation. And remember, your spare tire, you always have to have your nozzle. Never leave the nozzle here at the bottom of the 6 o'clock position. Always leave your nozzle up here or somewhere up on top, because remember, you do have that tire pressure warning sensor in there, and if you put it at the bottom, there might be some moisture down there. Okay, so let's see where we're at on this one. 25.5, so we'll go to 30. Okay. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how simple it is to re-inflate your tires on the Montero when you have a built-in compressor. So I'm gonna shut it off and put everything back together. Well, put the hose back in the back. But also, basically, this is a very useful tool. It just took a couple of AAA batteries, that's all. So, all right, so this hose might be a little bit difficult to, it's not difficult, but it's way easier to disconnect from here and also disconnect from here when you have no pressure. Like for example, right now we're under pressure, and it's a little bit, see, it's not super easy to install and reinstall. It's doable, but it's not super easy. Also, when you take it out from here, you gotta push that sleeve down, and then this thing comes up. Not a big deal really, but it's a lot easier when you have no pressure. And this is basically the way you depressurize the system. So shut the engine off and then go back to your ARB compressor. Now we have pressure on the hose right now, but remember, if we move this little valve that way, we depressurize the system. Now it's super easy to disconnect from here, super easy to disconnect from here. That. And now it's just a matter of putting the hose away, and this hose very simple to put away. All you have to do is just kind of roll it, wind it like this, and so it won't get any kinks or anything like that, and then just put it back in the toolbox. Now I am gonna rig my garage with this guy, just like I have the power cord over there. I'm gonna rig it with this, and then it's gonna, with the AC compressor, AC compressor, with the air compressor, and then that way I can just have it somewhere up there, and it'll make it a little bit easier than this. But obviously if you're out in the road, if you go off-roading or whatever, it's a great tool to build into your Montero, just when you go out off-roading and everything else. As I said before, this, or maybe I said it, I'm not sure, this Montero is due for new tires. I am debating whether I get new wheels as well, with more offset, so it can stick out a little bit more. I do like that look better, and a little bit more aggressive tires. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted, and we'll go from there. So let's put this stuff back where it belongs, and put it back here on this handy dandy toolbox. And there. I am getting one more of these boxes on this side, so I can put some of this safety gear and recovery gear and some other stuff on this side. As you can see, I do have the room for that. This rack from Blue Overland, I love this thing. It really makes things way more convenient. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys, and that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. If you're interested in that bracket on the ARB compressor, check my videos. Actually, I'll link it to this video, that way you have it easy access. All right, thank you guys, greatly appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.